Marketing Black Healthcare, creating insightful conversations where healthcare, community, and culture meets. Marketing Black Healthcare.
Well, hello, I'm Alphonso Harvey, founder of Music City Med and owner of Help to Moms. I'm a Nashville native now, but I'm actually from Daytona Beach. Came here, went to school at Vanderbilt, and just fell in love with the city.
I'm excited to have Alphonso Harvey. I think client turned friend, friend turned client. I don't remember what came first, but what I will say is good to know people who are passionate about what they do, especially Black men who are passionate about what they do. Especially in the space when it's not for Black men. You know, we're not serving our gender, and we're serving something completely different. To see a Black man serving women of all walks of life, women of color, and caring about their health is just, we immediately click. I'm like, what do you do? I want to know. Let me help them. And just an all-around genuine person doing great work for pregnant moms, moms-to-be, all of that great stuff. So let's start there. Let's talk about Help to Moms. Let's tell these folks what it is.
Sure. So Help to Moms is a business that I created almost 4 years ago now. It kind of was born out of a Eureka light bulb moment with my wife. We were expecting our first child, and I had been in medical equipment for about a decade at that point. And my wife had been a patron of the business. So as the pregnancy was going along, she started pulling stuff out of the closet, you know, and I just asked her one day, because my wife is the type of person that's not going to be easily sold on anything, but I asked her, why are you using this stuff now? And she looked at me deadpan and said, because it makes me feel better. Mm-hmm. And at that moment, I was like, this is a light bulb moment. I was like, you know, if my wife can benefit from these products, I think we should package this and offer it to the community en masse. So we started in 2019, focused primarily on expectant moms, offered a package. We call it our pregnancy support kit. That first year we had 175 patients. In 2020, we got a little bit more aggressive, and we figured out the digital space due to COVID. And that year we obtained about 1,100 patients. And then last year it was about 5,000. And it's still just continuing to grow as people hear about who we are, what we're offering. Because there is definitely a need in that space. For me, seeing the conversation around maternal fetal health and the mortality rates, especially among women of Black and brown. And my mind, the way I work, I'm very straightforward. I said, well, what are some things that can help directly, not just awareness, but products that can be a benefit? And so that's kind of the gap that we stand in. We offer tangible solutions to help you in that space.
I love that. You know, when I first saw the products, I remember we were working together on some branding. And I was like, so, you know, it was eye-opening to me because, you know, everyone knows that maternal health is huge. Black maternal health is even huger. But just thinking about all the things that could help women pre-baby or in that process. And it was like you said, a light bulb moment. It was a light bulb moment for me at that moment when I was like, yeah, she needs that. She needs this machine that does that. Tell me about one of the products.
So the one that can save your life, that's kind of the messaging that we use. So we want you to have a healthier, safer, more comfortable pregnancy. We do that by offering a pregnancy support kit. In that kit, there is low-vac support. So there's a product that helps you with that. There are compression stockings, which are very known that since the beginning of time, we know that expectant moms feet swell, their lower legs swell. And that's kind of initially it's an inconvenience, then it becomes a pain thing, but during that same transition, it can become a life or death situation because those swollen legs are kind of a starting block for blood clots, which is the episode that really can cause a pulmonary embolism, which if you get a blood clot that travels to your heart or to your lungs, it can kill you. You are, because of the state your body's in, mom is producing high levels of estrogen, which can lead to clotting. So at the same time, while you're pregnant, you can't take much. Benadryl becomes your best friend. So for us, instead of people having to make that decision, am I going to go on a blood thinner? Well, we offer a product that works in the background. It's non-invasive, painless, and the moms can use it. And for some that are using these products while they're expecting, it's a relief. It provides more comfort, but also there's reassurance that these things are clinically shown to actually help prevent blood clots.
I love that. And we hear stories like with Serena Williams,
Yes.
and she was on the table and she understood her body enough to talk about, to tell the doctors about blood clots. And we think about even COVID, there was a lot of issues with blood clots and just all of the different things. And
even my wife, after the birth of our son, 37 and a half hours of effort. After it was all said and done, the nurses started patting her stomach. And I asked them, as a new father, I'm curious about everything. And I asked them, well, why are you doing it? And they said, well, we're getting the blood clots out of her body.
wow.
And then they wheeled my wife to the back, and they didn't give her any kind of compression therapy. But thankfully, we had our products sitting in the bag, so
Y'all were ready.
yeah, we were ready. We were prepared.
I love that. And I think that eureka moment is going to be life-saving. You said 5,000 women that have been served. Do you guys focus heavily on women of color, Latino and African American?
We honestly, we're more demographic. The demographic we go for are those that are technologically savvy.
Okay.
It's very, very hard to reach people in the old ways, but 90% of people we communicate through find us on the web and they interact with us from their cell phone. We still have a 1-800 number if you want to talk to somebody, but most people find us on the internet.
I love it.
And we interact with them from that medium. And because we're collecting data, we can actually move with some velocity to get them from intake, which is providing their information to us, to get the order over to their doctor to verify their insurance and getting the products delivered to their door. The process for a patient is about 4 minutes. Actually, maybe 2 because there's only 9 questions they got to answer.
Wow.
And then once we get that generates an order. Their doctor reviews it, and then once they approve it, insurance approves it, we ship it to their house.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice. I think as we talk about, the issues of Black maternal health, and we just talk about just amplifying, you said you killed it in the digital space in 2020.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing some stories, seeing the ads. What was the win? How did y'all get that? How did y'all make that happen?
Well, it was necessity, honestly. I never forget sitting in my office, me and my assistant. At that time, I had one employee, which was me and her, and we had our billboard or our whiteboard was filled with opportunities we were going to work. Because in 2019, we did 42 health fairs, and we said, well, we're going to go harder this year. And it was February, and the season really starts in March. And in March, there was a Southern Women's Show. I'll never forget it. We were going to have an opportunity to be in front of 50,000 women. And then March came, and there was a tornado, and then there was COVID. And out of that necessity, all of our events dried up. Out of that necessity, we had to voyage into the wide blue yonder, which is the internet, and figure out how to connect with the consumer. So the first thing we did was I saw that everybody was in the house, but regardless of if you're in the house, there are babies being born, and especially because you're in the house, there are babies being born. Yeah, being made and born. So the need to celebrate moms was still there. So I'll never forget, it was Mother's Day of 2020. It was leading up to Mother's Day. I believe it was May 9th that year. I said, you know what? I think I want to do a virtual baby shower. And I was like, I think we can give out gift cards. We can communicate to the moms. We have the ability to reach out to their physicians to get the order signed. Let's do it. I didn't know what to expect. I spent a nominal fee marketing that product, and in 2 days we had 1,500 RSVPs. And it grew to about 5,000 around the country. And I literally ran 6 sessions of virtual baby showers with basically an education session, Q&A with the moms, and then we gave away gift cards. So that was kind of the aha moment. We went from there and focused heavily on that. And then the thing we did after that was we did a hybrid because people still want to see people, but in a safe environment. So I noticed at Vanderbilt was seeing people in the parking lot. So I said, hey, what if we did a drive-through baby shower where they didn't have to get out the car, but we still can give them our information and have that touch point with them. Our process is pretty quick. So we started doing that, and the Department of Health saw what we were doing. They wanted to attach to that, and that's kind of the space we've been in since.
So showing up for the moms is what I saw. The virtual baby showers were just that was genius. And digital ads, did you invest heavily in digital, or did it grow organically?
The internet is a big, beautiful boat that you have to put wind in its sails. You will have to invest in your marketing. And a well-placed ad can go a million places, but you still got to place it. So there's not a specific dollar amount people need to spend, but you need to amplify your messaging, know your market is, know how to reach them, and then give them the content they want to see so that they can make a decision to move forward with you. And then hopefully you get enough of those people, and that can help you grow how you're marketing to them. But yes, you better spend a little something on marketing. Yeah.
And so, now I know I've heard the numbers. I think you've told me the numbers. How many babies are born in Tennessee alone?
Every year, it was pre-COVID, it was about 86,300. There's about a 3% spike since COVID. So let's call it 90,000. Yeah.
And you're reaching what, half the third of that?
Well, we touch them. We touch the community pretty much on a weekly basis. I'm proud of the work we did in Davidson County in that we had 17% of the expected mom population in 2021 that came through our doors, our purview. And we want to continue to grow that. We made a focus because we did most of our business outside of Nashville to really focus on home. We service all of the state of Tennessee, all 95 counties. We also work with our military folks around the world. The farthest, we actually had a lady that contacted us from Arab Emirates. Okay. She was on a military base, and we have shipped as far away as the North Pole.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was cool to have a package during December be shipped to a mom that's stationed at the North Pole.
That's the best story. Yeah. We ship it to all the mamas. Reaching all the mamas. And we figured out, and you guys figured out how to amplify. One, a lot of times amplification is not just about how you do it, it's about what you're doing. And I think, obviously no one, a black man, figuring out that, we need to make sure that these mamas are healthy.
Yes.
And we can't just talk to the ones that's nearby me, my neighbors. I need to tell the world about it. And then December, the North Pole. That's the perfect gift.
It was actually pretty cool.
The perfect gift. Cool. I'm so proud of your business. And, I say this all the time, but I'm definitely proud of the work. Where are you guys going next with it?
Well, we want to continue to expand. So we've got, in order for us to expand, we have to have contracts with the payers in multiple communities. So we actually launched that next week. Okay. And that's exciting. And we just want to help as many moms as we can. There are 4 million pregnancies every year in the United States. And there's a lot of people. Mm-hmm. If we touch 5,000 people, that's not even a drop in the drop. Mm-hmm. And so we have much more work to do. And I'm excited about doing that the right way and helping as many people as we can. That's why we help to mom.
That's why you help to mom. So Black maternal health it's a trend word, conversation, top of mind. I love some of the marketing stories I've heard around it in the early days. But in one word, give us what we should do to help change that for the better. The issues, the inequities of Black maternal health.
I think we should listen. I think we should listen to the mamas. We're unique. I mean, I reference back to Serena Williams. She knew her body. Mm-hmm. And she knew, because she's such a 0.0001 percentile of fit people in the world,
right.
She knew when something was wrong, but those that had their classical conditioning didn't respond to her when she made the decree. So I believe she had a support team. I believe she had she had someone there to advocate for her in her time. And I think we need to listen. I think all of this is boiling back down to listening. You know, small story, you know, I had my nephew over for the holidays, and nephew's great. He's a good kid, but I didn't listen to him when he told me that his skin was very sensitive. Gave him my body wash, and guess what happens? He breaks out in hives. You know, you cannot just apply your lens, you know, carte blanche across every perspective, because we are different. I mean, people are different, and that's okay.
Yes.
It's just a little difference.
I love that.
Yeah.
We're different, and it's okay to be different. And I love what you said. We cannot just put our lens on everybody's purpose in life. And this is what we're talking about. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Having Alphonso Harvey, Help to Moms or Marketing Black Healthcare is, please follow. Where are we following you at?
Helptomoms.com. You can learn our whole story at helptomoms.com. We're on Facebook at Help to Moms. That's T-O, Moms. We're on Instagram at Help to Moms. You know, we don't really do much Twitter.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy nowadays.
A little crazy Twitter world.
Yeah.
But basically, you're helping the mamas, and we appreciate that, and I'm excited and looking forward to having you back on.
Hey, I appreciate it.
We got to keep it going. Thank you.